My name's Anthony Upton, 22. I'm 3-0, 1 KO, and I'm from Notting Hill, London. I had 7 amateur fights here. Moved to Ireland when I was 13, I think, 12 or 13, and then I won my first Irish title. I boxed for Ireland in the Four Nations straight away in Wales, and I got a gold medal out there. Then I went on to the Europeans. I got a bronze. I was in Ukraine. I got a bronze medal. Then I ended up winning 5 Irish titles all in all. Could have won more. Should have won more. And boxed for Ireland all over the world. Like, so I had a good amateur experience and stuff. But now I'm taking on the program and gonna do 100 times better than what I did in the amateurs. Yeah, well, my first fight was against Dirty Dan Carr. I had previously seen my brother in his debut and seen how much nerves took a lot out of him. So I kind of used that before I got into the ring and kind of kept my nerves under control. And it worked well. I got in there and I beat Dan Carr pretty easy, really, and handled him well. I then went on to Belfast to fight against a kid called Alec Bazzi. He weren't a journeyman. He was game, and he come to beat me, which I liked. And he was tough. I put him down in the second round. He got straight back up. Put him down in the third round. He got straight back up again, and then in the fourth round finished him off. But just kept coming and kept coming. And then my third fight was against Christian Late, and I only had a few days' notice that I was fighting him, and I had a little look up of him, seeing what he does, and then I went in and beat him, and I handled him well as well, really. I had my first fight. I was in TKO gym in London, and then come up here to train with Sonny, and then I ended up falling in love with the training with Mike and Ricky, and then and being back with my brother Sonny, so I ended up moving up.
Is that again more compact? So when you come a little bit, that's better.
I've improved a lot. Like, I've improved in many ways, and it's showing in my fights, and it's showing in sparring, and even in training. Like, I'm smashing the sessions like never before. Like, and I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm in love with it. Like, it's helped massively. Like, and the atmosphere in the gym is amazing. You can't. That's one of the biggest things in boxing for me, I think, is when you go to a gym, the atmosphere. If there's no atmosphere, then you're not going to enjoy training, are you, really? And it's good. You have a good laugh. You knuckle down, you do your training, then you have a good laugh after. And then you step on the scales, and then you have an even more laugh. No, it's great. I love it. I was 5 years old when I started. I think I had about 40 something gym show bouts, you know, from 5 years up. I had my first one at 5 years of age. And then when I got carded at 11, got my medical, I ended up fighting a guy who's good now. He's in the pro game now. He was good amateur. He won English titles and stuff, Charlie Hoy. And I beat him on my first fight. Fought him a few more down the line. He come back and beat me. But yeah, then I moved to Ireland and then progressed from there. And now I have a son of my own in Ireland. He lives in Ireland with my girlfriend, and he'll probably grow up one day to be a champion. All the way and more. I think, like, obviously I've got the talent, and I've got the confidence, and I've got the right people behind me, Mike Jackson, Ricky Hatton, and a good promotional team, and my manager Johnny Eames. And and my family. And I'll go all the way. I will go all the way, and I'd just like to get to the end and just look back and say I've done everything I needed to do, and no regrets. That's it, really. Like. Of all time, it would be Mike Tyson. Definitely Mike Tyson. I'm not a fan of the heavyweight scene at the moment, like, but Mike Tyson was my greatest fighter of all time. In England at the moment, I'm a big fan of Anthony Frankie Gavin, Billy Joe Saunders. In Ireland, you've got Stephen Ormond, one of my favourite fighters. And then in America, because that's where it is, isn't it? Floyd Mayweather, the money man. Oh, brilliant. He's Stephen Ormond. He's different class, like he is, and he showed it against that. Like, I think he had a rough day against Adam Dingsdale, and not many people seen how good he was. And then he come up against Derry Matthews, and just different kettle of fish, really. And then I went and I watched him in the Odyssey on Carl Frampton's last show. He's another fighter, Carl Frampton. Absolute great fighter. Used to train with him, used to spar with him when I was an amateur, and still friends with him, still keep in touch. But yeah, Stephen Ormond, brilliant, and he's going to be a world champion. I'll put my money on that, like, definitely. I don't know, it's a weird style, really, because I can hit and I can move. I'd say Naseem Hamed, not in the sense of cocky, just the way I can move and still hit and hurt fighters, where he used to move and just bang and wallop them down. Do you know what I mean? That's still yet to come. Like me, in my fight against that Alec Baza, obviously against Christian Leighton, Dan Carr, they were just moving and not wanting to be hit, survival mode. But against that Alec Baza, he come out to beat me, like, so that's where it's shown that I had boom power and put him down and that. But yeah, I'd say the Naseem Hamed movement, and I put that down to when I was a kid. I used to do Irish dancing, so good feet work, yeah. And it's paid off. So it's something that people laugh at you, but then again, it's worked out in the long run, innit? Like, and don't like look at things and think, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Just give it a go, and then you'll see. Like,
you're gonna give it a go. You're gonna show us some.
No way. I can't even remember it. I'll just do it in the ring and that's it. But it's just, oh, no way. I wouldn't even try attempt it now.
Well, on his first day, I asked him why on earth are you trying to kill the pads with every single shot? And he said, yeah, you're right, and we work a lot on putting the punches together to set the big shot up, and then you don't tire as much. But if you put in your heart and soul into every big shot, you're going to tire, don't care who you are. Just mixing the speed, the power, and just doing so many different things what we work on. With Anthony, it's the power as they come in on. He can pick the shot at the right moment.
Yeah, that was good. I've sparred him twice now, two good 6 rounds, and I've got another 6 rounds coming up with him. And he's good. I wish him all the best, and he's a nice fella. And I think it's great that he can get in there, beat each other up, and then get out and have a good yarn after. And yeah, fighting on the 19th, looking forward to it. And then I think I'm out again on the 29th of August with Sonny in Belarus. I'd just like to thank my new sponsors, Warmfront and Intense Menswear, and the Right Car Company, and my father for helping out with all the ticket sales. It's Anthony Upton on Facebook and on Twitter at Anthony Upton Jr. And thanks a lot, and thanks for yous for taking the time out to interview me.
Thank you very much, mate.
Nice one.
Yeah, of course, yeah, definitely. You know, I think they've got